Good evening. Welcome to tonight's episode of Your TV on CreaTV, Comcast Channel 15, www.creatvsj.org Channel 15. Your TV is produced, directed, filmed, and edited by CreaTV volunteers and interns, who also do the set lighting, sound, and operate the control room with guidance from CreaTV professional staff. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. My name is Sister Beatrice X, and we thank you and welcome you and are honored to have you here and honored to be here to share a few moments with you this evening to talk about some very important issues and struggles that we have right now in 2016. I am the co-founder of the Love Not Blood campaign, and I will be your host tonight, even though I'm not sure I will be speaking much because I have these two distinguished guests with me. Cephus, Uncle Bobby Johnson, who is the co-founder of Love Not Blood campaign, and also my wonderful husband, and also Pierre Labossiere, who is the co-founder of the Haiti Action Committee. And we'll get right into the discussion because we have so much to talk about because there's so much work to be done if we're going to win. And we are going to win.
Indeed.
This struggle and this battle. So we'll start with Cephus, Uncle Bobby Johnson.
Well, definitely, happy to be here and, and speak to my comrade concerning the movement that have occurred in Oakland behind the Oscar Grant movement, how it's connected to the Haiti solidarity movement, and as well as how it morphed, as I can say, to the Occupy Oakland movement, eventually to the Black Lives Matter movement today. And I think where we'll start in this conversation is to give a backdrop to why we're here tonight. A good friend of ours, Kevin Pena, who is an American journalist, filmmaker, and educator, also serves as the country's expert on Haiti for the varieties of democracy projects sponsored by the University of Notre Dame Center for Research Computing, the University of Gothenburg Department of Political Science, and the Helen Kellogg Institute for International Studies, has done this documentary to show the radicalism of Oakland in its historical context to where we're at today, and connected that to the Haiti movement here in the Bay Area and how this movement is all interconnected in our relationship with one another. Basically the documentary starts out on a history context. In other words, it takes a look at how blacks and white migrated from the South to Oakland in the 30s and 40s, pretty much right after World War II, looking for employment. Mm-hmm. And as they came here, there was a confrontation that took place between blacks and whites concerning the jobs. And of course, the city of Oakland then decided to recruit these Jim Crow police officers from the South to come to Oakland to deal with this black population that was growing that really wanted this employment. And it was from there where we began to see the Longshoremen Union, 1934, where they had a general strike that was taking place. Two of their membership were killed, union members were killed by the police. Of course, we know that the relationship between the black community and the Oakland Police Department was so antagonistic that eventually in the 60s we had the Black Panthers come into existence to begin to police the police in our community. And as we know, it was from there where this activism really became a serious point right here in the Bay Area where when Oscar was murdered, my nephew, the activism really just came to life. Even though it was alive, it just really came to life. And in the process of seeking justice for Oscar, many of those leaders eventually, of course, moved into the Occupy Oakland movement. And of course, connected with the Haiti movement that was taking place over in Haiti here in the Bay Area. And then eventually, as we know, basically turned into the Black Lives Matter movement that we know today. And I'm saying all this to say that as we know, the Oscar grant movement have not died. It is the flashpoint and has been the flashpoint of movements that we see today since 2009 happening all across this country. And, you know, Pierre will share with us how the Haiti movement, the Solidarity Committee movement, morphed also into this movement right here in the Bay Area. So definitely share with us.
Yes, thank you. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be with you, Uncle Bobby, and also with Auntie B. So it's really, it's so beautiful that we are coming together around these issues that we all face in common. And in Haiti, many people may wonder, well, Haiti is so many, 2,000, 3,000 miles away. What does it have to do with Oakland and the Bay Area? Well, the connections are very strong. Because as you are looking at, there is a lot of police terror in Haiti, terrorism. And the Haitian police is trained by US police from the US, particularly the New York City police, and also the Canadian police. So our young brothers and sisters are facing the same kind of terror that young black people are facing here. And basically, you mentioned earlier the prison issue and mass incarceration. Well, in Haiti, right after the earthquake, instead of building homes for people, they were building prisons, you see? And it has resonance here in the Bay Area when we saw this powerful movement of books not jails. And this is very much what the people of Haiti have been demanding. And so the movement, as it was growing in Haiti, is a movement demanding justice, demanding investing in people rather than investing in weapons that kill people, investing in policies that are killing folks. And people in Haiti, many brothers and sisters, reacted very strongly when I told them about the murder of Oscar Grant, because they could feel it, because they had lost their own relatives like that too, to the terror campaign that had occurred after the coup d'etat, the kidnapping coup d'etat of President Aristide, the democratically elected leader of Haiti. And I have to say this also, the Bay Area and also San Jose and the South Bay have been in solidarity with the people of Haiti, with the struggle there for quite a long time. Churches, the African American community in the Bay Area or in San Jose, or the comrades here have stood up for decades in solidarity with the people of Haiti. So this is an environment where we see that kind of connectedness, where the dots are connected, and where, as a former ILWU member myself, we say an injury to one is an injury to all. And so the Bay Area has always responded to the struggles of people, whether it be in South Africa, Central America, wherever in the world, that in Haiti, and wherever in the world things happen. So it's an honor to be with you this evening.
Oh, thank you for that, Pierre. I was thinking as I was listening to you, the Love Not Blood campaign, as I am a co-founder and my wife co-founder, we co-founded this together, basically began to embrace families all across the country, because we felt it was a need to be able to embrace these families, to give them some form of balance, to let them know that they weren't alone, and that how to connect the community with them in their movement in hopes to get justice for their loved one. And I know we've talked several times concerning what was happening over in Haiti and how many families have lost loved ones there by the police, and yet this connecting families together hasn't really begun to transpire there. And so my wife and myself have had conversation and hopes with you that maybe one day we can come over to Haiti and begin to build these families up in the same way we've done here in the United States. We've had an opportunity to go to London and work with families over in London, and it was, a tremendous, powerful experience to not just let it be as a national issue here in the United States, but an international issue, which it is. It's a direct human rights violation to see so many young people killed in the way that they're killed across the United States and world by police, corrupt police. Can you share in regards to the families there and what's going on with them?
Yes, I was so inspired when you told me about the work that you do, you and Auntie B, and the Love Not Blood campaign. And I flashed to Haiti with so many people, thousands who have been killed just because they exercised the right to vote, just because they cast a ballot for a president, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, who was candidate. He was a parish priest who had done a lot working with the poor, which is the majority of the Haitian people. And when the people drafted him to run for president, they voted for him. And to have the Haitian military, by the way, trained by the US, organize a coup d'etat on September 30th, 1991, which this year we'll be commemorating. We make it an international day in solidarity with the people of Haiti. And so, so many people haven't had the opportunity to grieve over their loved ones. Because when they kill your people like that in Haiti, the military or the status quo, the establishment kills them. You don't have an opportunity to grieve. And I know you're familiar with the culture of impunity that the police here enjoys. And so many families who've had their loved ones killed, then they see the murderers walk away, see, with impunity. And so, as you are talking about that this week, for the past 2 weeks, there has been what they call a caravan of dignity, where former President Aristide and the current presidential candidate, Dr. Maurice Narcisse, have been going around the country, because there will be elections there on the 9th of October, and they are going around the country visiting all those communities where so many people have lost loved ones because they cast a ballot, because they voted. A very reminiscent of the South in the US. And so they've been going and paying respect, paying homage to the people who lost their lives, and then saying we are together. And you should see the outpouring of love from the people who lost people, from the community in general, in each area of Haiti, from the north to the south. And I was so touched by saying this, and I said, this is what Uncle Bobby, Auntie B, and the Love Not Blood campaign is all about. You see, this kind of sharing of the love. So definitely we have to go to Haiti, and you two will be it will be wonderful to connect with those families and bring them into this international loving, so that they can grieve and know that other people are grieving and demand justice.
That's correct. That's correct. My beautiful wife, you want to share about the work that we've done?
I was just listening to him, Pierre, talking about love, and I just heard him talk about a lot of pain. And for me, every day we wake up with this in this world. There's so much pain, but for me, that's why I love Love Not Blood campaign. Love is a campaign. It's not one day. It's all the time, and the healing is in the love. But love is an action word. So when you have love, that means you're doing something. So what do we do? What actions do we take to share love so we can heal in the community and so that we can make it better? I would ask both of you that question. What do you feel are some of the important actions of love? For me, care. We really have to have some care. We really have to want for each other what we want for ourselves. We really have to stop being selfish human beings. And I think selfishness is a big thing that's on the planet right now, something that we have to dispel. And for me, I think care and selflessness, which is what you have to do this work. It's a cause that's bigger than me, you, and you have to have that attitude if you're going to do the work, because you can't do it seeking gain. You can't do it seeking aggrandizement. It has to be something that you're doing for a cause bigger than yourself. So I start with you, Pierre. Some action.
Yes, one of the actions that I'm referring to, and this is in Haiti, because right now there is a general mobilization that's taking place, and they call it a mobilization of love. and also and as the many cars and the caravans are going from one town to another, with President Aristide, former President Aristide, and the presidential candidate for the Famille Lavalas party, Dr. Maurice Narcisse, they are sharing with people the vision that they have of a society where everyone will have access to housing, where everyone in the country will have access to, every child will have access to education, as the Constitution says, where everybody will have access to health care, because these are fundamental human rights.
Yes.
And they're not just talking about wishes, because when President Aristide was in power, he was doing that. He built a number of low-cost or affordable houses so that the most impoverished could have access to a home and eventually own their homes.
Right.
And this was at a time when the U.S. had an embargo against Haiti to sabotage his government. So one of the love actions that they are doing right now, there is a big upsurge, big flare-up in the cholera. You know, in 2010, right after the earthquake, United Nations occupation forces brought cholera into Haiti. And instead of the UN dealing with the issue, providing assistance, given all the millions, billions of dollars they have at their disposal, they spent the time and the resources trying to convince the world doing PR work. It wasn't them. When everybody knew it was them who defecated in the water, dumped their waste in the water and contaminated the population. So one of the love actions has been to, Famille Lavalas has been organizing teams of doctors who are going throughout the country and helping people, free medical care for people. And they are providing them with medicine, and people are contributing towards that so that people can get that healing. So it's not just a matter of talking about it, but actually doing something about it. So this is one aspect of what's going on now. And they call it a campaign of service for a government of service.
Right.
Basically saying to people, you have the right to be, because you have the country has the obligation to provide you with what you need as a human being.
Wow.
Cephus, Uncle Bobby Johnson, a love action.
You know, when I think about what happened to Oscar and how the community, they embraced us as a family. You know, they cried with us. They went back and forth to court with us. They prayed for us. They prayed with us. But I believe, most importantly, they utilized their First Amendment right to speak to the very injustice of what they witnessed that happened to Oscar. And to me, that was an example of real profound love for justice. And it was that embrace that enabled us as a family to be able to stand and walk this process in hopes to get justice for our loved one, Oscar Grant, for being murdered wrongfully. And it was from that action that I felt that I had to give to every family that I possibly could, in hopes that they can find that same balance, find that same love, and become empowered to begin to share that love with others that has been affected like themselves. And it was from there where we, my wife and myself, began to meet families. Mm-hmm. And we began not just to meet the families, but we embraced these families, stood with these families, you know, prayed, cried, went back and forth with these families, but also connected them with other families so that they wouldn't have to stand alone. Mm-hmm. And, unbeknown to us, what we ended up creating was pockets of families all across the United States that began to embrace one another. And we all found, as families, we all found hope in each other. Mm-hmm. We found love in each other, and we didn't no longer feel that we was doing this by ourselves. And I believe that's what has given us strength to be more vocal, to be able to connect to the community, to get the word out there that police terrorism is real, and that we as a people must unite, stand together, love each other despite the differences, so that we can really bring systemic change. And I think that will lead me to talk about this documentary that Kevin put together, you know, again, showing the history of Oakland and the connection with Haiti, the connection with the Oscar Grant movement and Occupy Oakland. This will be actually happening on Sunday, October the 9th at 7 p.m. at the Omni Commons Ballroom. And the address is 4799 Shattuck Ave, Oakland, California. You know, and after the documentary, Pierre, myself, my wife and others will actually have a talk back, a discussion with the community concerning what they just seen in this documentary. This documentary has Boots Riley with music as an activist. His father, Walter Riley, a famed civil rights attorney here in the Bay Area, speaking to the issue of the movement of what happened to Oscar and the Occupy movement in itself. There'd be many Occupy Oakland movement leadership that was involved in Occupy Oakland, interviewed. It's just going to be tremendous. And of course, yourself, Pierre.
Yes, indeed,
yes.
indeed. and I'm glad you mentioned that, because the issues are so connected. The issues that people turned out for Occupy, the economic issues, issues of foreclosures, people losing their homes, those are the things that are affecting people in Haiti. And that's why everywhere there is this general mobilization in Haiti saying, we got to get rid of this system of injustice. And people are geared up to turn out on October 9th for the elections. And that brings me to the point of the International Solidarity Day with Haiti that's taking place on the 30th. And there is an event in Oakland, actually a demonstration at 14th and Broadway from 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And here in San Jose, there is a rally at 5 p.m., 5 to 6, at 150 East San Fernando Street, corner of South 4th Street, at the Martin Luther King Jr. Library in San Jose, very appropriate place for that.
Right.
And there is a film showing that very evening, and the film is another documentary by Kevin Pina called Haiti, We Must Kill the Bandits. And it's about the coup d'etat that took place in 2004, the year of the bicentennial of Haiti's independence. And this one was led by the US and France and Canada, getting rid of, again, another popularly elected government by the people of Haiti. And that will be at 48 South 7th Street, half a block north of San Jose State University, between San Fernando and Santa Clara Streets. And for more information, people can call Donna Wallach at 408-569-6608. On the 2nd of October, Sunday the 2nd, we'll be having a community discussion. That's on the 2nd, and this with an update on Haiti, and that will be at Eastside Arts Alliance. And 2277 East International Boulevard, formerly known as East 14th Street in Oakland. So we'll be having some discussion around that. And basically one of the things why it's important to be in solidarity with each other and with the people of Haiti at this time is because the same forces that before were preventing the people from voting, from participating. Right now, they have mobilized the Provisional Electoral Council is actually gearing up to prevent people from voting or stealing their vote, creating all kinds of tricks to suppress the vote, to prevent people from voting, and also after the people vote to steal the vote. So they have a team of so-called observers. And what they do is right after the vote, they come out to say how things have gone so beautifully well. So people should stay posted. We will get more information as this unfolds.
So as we begin to wind down, I just want to say that we hope that you visit our website at www.lovenotbloodcampaign.org. And in these last moments, I was just thinking how in 2016 is the 50th anniversary of the Black Panther Party.
Indeed.
And how this documentary that we're going to see how the Oscar Grant movement was what it was, and Occupy came in. New York was actually where Occupy really, it was all on the news at first until Occupy Oakland started, and what made and draw that attention was police terrorism. Would you like to say any last words?
There is a conversation or a meeting that will be taking place to reunite the movement to free Mumia Abu-Jamal. That's happening on Wednesday, of course, the 12th of October at the Ami Commons, again, ballroom at 7 p.m. The address is 4799 Shattuck Ave and it's organized by the Labor Action Committee to free Mumia. And for the website is www.laboractionmumia.org.
In 2011, I was part of an international delegation that accompanied former President Jean-Bertrand Aristide, his wife and colleague Mildred Aristide, and their 2 daughters on an airplane from South Africa back to Haiti after 7 years of forced exile from the country that they cherished. Upon the return, President Aristide spoke of the need for an inclusive political process that respected the will of the Haitian people. Now, a tenacious people's movement in Haiti is carrying forth the call for democracy and justice. They are fighting for fair and free elections and for health care in the midst of a devastating cholera epidemic brought to Haiti by UN soldiers. They are fighting for decent schooling for the hundreds and thousands of students whose families are not able to afford school expenses when September rolls around each year. They are attempting to elect a government that will fight for the basic needs of food, shelter, and decent wages that have been denied to Haitians for so long. Under the slogan, Tout monde c'est monde, every person is a person, each person counts, and nous pas obéir, we do not obey. This movement last year helped to overturn the results of a fraudulent elections designed to keep in power the party of the right-wing president, Michel Martelly. A new election is scheduled for October 9th, and the Voice of Haitians poll majority is mounting a vigorous campaign throughout the country. Their presidential candidate is Dr. Maurice Narcisse, a medical doctor and longtime activist, who is, if elected, would be the first woman elected president of Haiti. Throughout the grueling campaign, Dr. Narcisse has been right there in the streets with her people as Haitians have demanded that this time their votes be counted. Her campaign has brought mobile health clinics into poor communities where there is little access to medical care. She is focused on the concept of dignity, emphasizing that the Haitian people cannot be bought and sold. To have their voices heard and their votes counted, Haitians have had to confront not only the small elite that runs the country, they have had to counter the interference of the United States government, the United Nations Occupation Forces, MINUSTAH, and the Organization of American States, all of which attempt to legitimize the stolen election in 2015 that would have cemented 5 more years of undemocratic rule in Haiti. Those of us who have seen our sisters and brothers in the United States and in South Africa and around the world fight and die for the right to vote stand today with the people of Haiti. We join the call resonating throughout Haiti that the October 9th election should be free and fair, and that the United States government and its allies respect the principle of one person, one vote. Tout monde c'est monde, nous pas obéir.